all the courage of a conqueror. So take a deep breath and dare to believe it. I know you don't see it all, but I see you could be anything that you want. Up to the stars, raising the bar, giving it everything that you got. And if you fall down, yeah, you're gonna jump from the ground. Oh, I know you don't see it all, but I see you were rather mighty as a rock, mighty as a rock, mighty as a rock, mighty as a rock.
Welcome to day 5 of the Netball World Youth Cup out in Gibraltar. We're about to start at 5 o'clock the Pool A game, New Zealand up against the host nation Gibraltar, and we're at the Europa Sports Complex on Gibraltar Island. So, I'm Anita Navin in commentary, and joining me is Catherine Lewis. We're heading into the starting sevens. We'll be bringing you those shortly, and also the other players. And Catherine joining me in commentary. We're excited to see how the host nation come up against a very clinical New Zealand side we've witnessed so far.
Absolutely, and like I said, we were expecting great things of the New Zealand team, but I think Gibraltar in the final pool match will really want to go out with a bit of a bang as they possibly can. You know, they host of the tournament, and they've played really well. And this is the first time they've been participating in a World Cup, and today they're going to be playing against the 4 times gold medalists, so it's going to be an interesting match for them.
So New Zealand automatic qualifiers, and equally Gibraltar being the host nation also qualify. New Zealand's record, it's impressive. 4 gold medals, 2 silver and 2 bronze, so they will be challenging hard for that gold medal again, and they are defending the gold medal from 2017 in Botswana, equally gaining gold in Glasgow in 2013, USA in 2005. So the only team to beat them in and around from the 2000s in the Cook Islands was Australia. So interesting to see how they fare. It will be a tough outing for Gibraltar, but what an opportunity for a lot of those players. Gibraltar, the host nation, the 37th nation to actually compete in the World Youth Cup, and the 8th European nation. So here we go then. New Zealand head coach Julie Seymour, assistant coach Tara Keenan. Goal shooter then for New Zealand, Taylor. Goal attack Guinea, wing attack Day, centre Kipper, wing defence Seymour, goal defence Fifita, and goalkeeper Barmer. Going over to Gibraltar, head coach Janice Moreno, assistant coach Denise Ellis, and the starting 7 then for Gibraltar. Goal shooter Mena, goal attack Shakaluga, wing attack Howard, centre Richardson Torres, wing defence Griffin, goal defence Davidson, and goalkeeper is Duck. Our umpires for tonight then, Theo Malatsani from South Africa, Lizzie Sornby from England, and our reserve umpire from Wales is Rhiann Edwards. So, formalities getting underway on the court. Just to bring you the interchange bench then from New Zealand. We do see on that bench, we've got Danaka Kamakama, we've got Manley, we've got Monroe, Nanor, Southby and Wormsley. For Gibraltar, Artel, Glifiani, Perkis Gallen and Roberts Cantrell. So we see the home nation Gibraltar coming onto court to a very excited home crowd this evening. Important to note then for Gibraltar, one player in this side for Gibraltar this evening has made a senior debut, and that is Emma Torres. Natasha Mena is the oldest at 21 years old, and the youngest player is Arabella Duck at 16 years and 8 months. So Lots to play for this evening, Catherine, and as we've talked about, New Zealand really challenging hard for that gold medal, so they'll be looking to be clinical and certainly power on for 60 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we want to get that gold. Australia had the last one, and it's been 8 years because of COVID. We didn't have the event in 2021 in Fiji, so it's going to be an exciting match. The Gibraltar team get a chance to play quality that New Zealand will bring into this, and a different style of netball completely. So obviously the teams are being brought forward, isn't it, Anita, now?
So we see the lineup on the court. And we will be remembering Carol Alexander and the 1 minute silence, one of the greatest officials in Europe netball.
Thank you, everyone.
A fitting tribute there to an incredible lady and someone who has given a life to develop lots around Europe, Catherine, and sad days, but we must remember the good, and it's a real tribute to her, isn't it, for the work she's done.
Absolutely. Carol was exceptional with her husband Bill in raising the game in a variety of areas, and she's so looking forward to working here as a technical official. So this is an absolutely fitting tribute, and a tribute that's been undertaken at all matches over the last 2 days where there's a European team.
So fantastic tribute as we then move on to the start, and our umpires with the ball deliverer about to hand the ball to the Gibraltar centre, Richardson Torres, and also the captain to start this match this evening. So an all anticipated game, lots in the crowd wanting to see the New Zealand style in particular, and let's just see what Gibraltar can do in the opening centre pass. So lots of pressure, I'm sure, being put on them through the middle, but they'll continue to work.
Absolutely, but they're working that ball around there in that centre third, aren't they? You know, not throwing it too wide, trying to make it up close. But like you said, it's not often they get exposure to a team such as New Zealand, so this is an interesting match for them.
And great pressure already from Seymour, the wing defence from New Zealand, just getting a tip previously and really tracking. Really important as you look at this game and you see New Zealand very quick to position both sides. Good swing there from Gibraltar.
Absolutely.
And
the crowd will check, they've got it in. Will they get the first goal of the match? Oh, I jinxed it then, didn't I?
So Shakaluga, pinpoint accuracy on a lot of occasions, just probably feeling the pressure there of the defence pairing from New Zealand.
Absolutely.
Fifita and Barmer standing tall, real height advantage in there as well.
So turnover ball.
Guinea secures the first goal for New Zealand. They go again on the centre pass. Day looking straight, not got the option there. And good pressure.
Good defensive work there, wasn't it, to pressurise that pass in.
So excellent double mark there on the shooter. So Gibraltar have clearly done their homework, got their tactics.
Absolutely.
And this is a good opportunity to convert there and reward the defence.
Just need to keep moving, isn't it? And we're off in second phase.
Yeah, early preparation important off the ball for Gibraltar. They've got to do the work to pull the defence. That's the critical element as they just try and hold possession through the mid-court.
So just building up here as we go along, and we can see that the possession went Gibraltar's way. We're just going to need to build it up. Will she take the shot? She's going to now, surely, Anita. Take that shot.
And it's just...
It's very tall defensive unit in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the pressure, it's the arms over the ball. Credit to New Zealand there in defence, but ball speed through court, excellent there for New Zealand. So
Absolutely.
Rewarded. And it is the work of Taylor at goal shooter for New Zealand, standing strong back there. So a chance again for Gibraltar. Good ball swing.
They're feeling relaxed and passing it around, aren't they? Making that sure is playing around there.
So Mena, Shakaluga just need to not get stuck against the defence, create those options and keep moving.
Yep. Quick movement down the court there, isn't it?
Yeah. So good strong connection there, Guinea and Taylor, the shooter pairing from New Zealand.
So with the attack, they're just holding back, not coming too far forward. Just ready for the feed then, is it?
Yeah, well-timed movement, New Zealand. So wall of a defence there for Gibraltar to work through.
Yep.
So Gibraltar just getting caught on a lot of lateral passes, not really gaining ground. So they've got to really pull into the back space, create a little bit more depth if they can.
Yep.
As they move from that second face centre pass. Shakaluga goes down.
Bless. So they're going to clean up the floor, but this is an example of how quick netballers just get up, don't they, in fairness to them.
And we go with the famous mop.
That's what I'll be doing next after this.
Giving Gibraltar just a chance, I guess, to just take a breath and set for this shot. So Shakaluga will be keen to get this goal, put one on the board for Gibraltar. Oh, just too much on that.
Yeah. Will be nervous energy doing that, just pulling it back.
Yeah, definitely the pressure that's been put on them from the New Zealand defence. Guinea almost caught there on a loss of possession.
Yep.
Sigh of relief, I think, on the bench of New Zealand to keep possession at that point. So great work, Taylor, shooter for New Zealand.
It's been a good 5 minutes, isn't it, from Gibraltar? You know, they've been consistent in their marking and trying to take it through.
Yep, gets the contact, so that's the work of Griffin, the wing defence for Gibraltar. She's really been holding strong.
Put a body on the line then.
So just got to try and work through the wall of the defensive line of New Zealand, and that's proving a real challenge for them to get into their goal third, Gibraltar. Well timed again, Taylor. Looking strong, Catherine, the shooter for New Zealand.
They certainly are. They're very just calm about it, isn't it?
Oh, good hands again, Seymour.
But New Zealand will be hunting down a final place spot, won't they?
Yeah, New Zealand tactics on the first face centre pass the defence, so just putting that wall on, we might call it, or 3 over, and that's been the difficulty for Gibraltar to get out on the line, and just wonder whether they ought to look to put a centre pass back to give the attack a little bit of a chance to reset. So clinical New Zealand.
So here you'll be looking to maybe have a defensive one. There's one there, isn't it? Just think she heard you then.
Yeah, so they've got a little bit of work to do to get this ball to circle edge. Yeah, that was better. Shakaluga offering, but not ball side, so nothing can be going over 2 heads of the New Zealand defence.
So again, they're capitalising on that, isn't it? Just that turnover ball and the quick turn is pace, taking it down.
And for everyone out there, you've probably seen the wall at the first face centre pass, but then New Zealand are really strong on that zonal marking or putting on that box defence, call it. Yeah, and that's just proving a real challenge for Gibraltar at the minute.
So what would you do to try and get out of that if you were Gibraltar?
It's just pulling the width, it's making sure you've got 2 movers, you know, one decoy, another one coming through, just to try and split the box and turn the fence.
So is this something that teams would practice if they've analysed?
You would hope so, definitely with Denise Ellis on the bench. She'll be coaching them around breaking through the box and probably trying to put the box on, although we've seen very much one-on-one marking so far from Gibraltar.
And Denise, an experienced coach, isn't she? She was on the England 21s and Botswana bench as a coach, not a player.
Yeah, and it's interesting, if you are predominantly one-on-one defence and then you come up against the box, there has to be opportunity to train to work through it. So who puts it on? So we've not seen Gibraltar do the box, so they've probably looked at it, analysed it, but the more experience you get to it, obviously you learn. So they'll be learning all the time, Gibraltar, in this match, but the pressure's there too.
Like I said, it's a great opportunity to play one of the great countries of netball, isn't it?
Absolutely. And you can see them really trying to get to the circle edge. Yeah. Forced back there, but not ball side, so ball side position. New Zealand, so they'll take the ball. Super tight.
Absolutely. So it's a Gibraltar ball again.
Yeah, great work, Davidson.
So free pass for New Zealand, and they're going to look to bring it down into the D pretty quick.
Yeah, just getting caught there. So two players from New Zealand. So that was Day just getting trapped there with Taylor, and we see a change already. Guinea leaves the court. And Southby enters at goal attack.
So just tactical changes, getting everybody on, do you think?
I guess so, yeah, just mixing up a little bit, and a change there for Gibraltar. We will get confirmation of the changes. We'll try and bring them sooner if we spot the names as we look down to court side.
Absolutely.
In our position, we've got a long way to look, but we often find them.
We certainly do. So like you said, we just want to try and get it through. It's difficult to feed in. The great defensive over there by New Zealand, pushing Gibraltar.
So as we said, to the bench was Guinea, onto court for New Zealand, Southby. Well, still not able to convert Gibraltar as they fight to retain possession.
Yep.
And just to say that Howard has gone to the bench, the wing attack for Gibraltar, and Zammit enters.
Come on. Yeah.
So yet to score, 13 goals on the board for New Zealand as the long ball goes straight through to Southby. Just not able to convert on that occasion, but we'll get the penalty.
So, approaching this from a coaching perspective for New Zealand, obviously, look, skill-wise, etc., slightly mismatched, but it's part of the pool structure. What will they be focusing on, do you think?
There'll be set structures that they're working through, and I think there's a lot of structure in their defensive line, and they're really mixing up what they're doing. So I guess they'll be working through the mix, the changes, how swiftly and seamlessly they can move their tactics in minute, in the set minute, and the box as something that they do really strongly. But you can really see them all trying to position and flood the front space as well on defence. So they'll be getting the rewards for that, and some real pressure from Fafita, the all defence for New Zealand. Yep. And often the work that she does in arms over the ball and the work of the wing defence too that Seymour's doing often opens up the intercept for someone else.
So the scoring doesn't necessarily belie the effort that's put in by Gibraltar. Just to reaffirm to everybody, this is a bit of a mismatch in levels or whatever, because the New Zealanders are effectively professionalised, aren't they, as they progress into the silver firms, if they're fortunate to do that.
Absolutely, and we were looking just at some of the information that we held earlier. 10 out of the 12 players in this squad have all been contracted, or they've been replacement players in the ANZ Premiership. So if you think of their exposure, the intensity of training that they get with the professionals who are playing in the ANZ.
Yeah. So that's why it's important that Gibraltar look at this very much as an experience as well, because it's very rare that you get to play against such talent as this as well. And Gibraltar have got talented players too.
Absolutely, and it's the more exposure you get to teams like this, the more you make improvement.
Yeah.
So, you know, this will be a real outing, an opportunity for Gibraltar just to learn and feel that intense contest that they're facing on court and soaking up the pressure.
Absolutely.
But good width there, speed by Zammit, just getting a little bit more depth, just to try and pull the defence, and it does need that lead, the draw to split the defence apart. So better work from Zammit at wing attack.
Yeah. I was unlucky then for Gibraltar. They worked hard to try and get that. This is our 9th World Youth Cup, and this has been a great breeding ground, isn't it, for New Zealand with the Silver Ferns. There's been quite a high percentage of conversion into the adult squad, isn't it?
Absolutely, and 53 out of 90 to date before the competition had actually played in this competition and had gone on to be Silver Ferns players. So a remarkable achievement, and you get a sense it's just a significant part of the pathway for them. And already we've got 2 players that have actually represented the Silver Ferns. Amelia Wormsley with 6 tests and Fafita with 4 tests.
Wow.
For Tonga, sorry. Yeah. Fafita's played for Tonga. So 2 internationals already there playing at open age group.
Yeah.
Amelia though for the Silver Ferns, which is fantastic.
I know when Wales was lucky enough a couple of years ago, the Silver Ferns came to Britain and played a number of countries, so Wales Open squad played them, and obviously Wales, in fairness, were never going to beat them, but the experience for the fans, the players, everybody to be able to play Silver Ferns was amazing.
Absolutely, and just a really different style. The beauty of a competition like this is you witness the Pacific style, you witness the Australian style, you've got the African, the Americas, Caribbean, and it's fantastic that players can actually be exposed.
Absolutely.
Just important that Gibraltar just see the kind of offline marking that New Zealand would do, so sometimes they sort of drop their hands, and Gibraltar not always seeing that, the offhand on the defence. So, chance for Gibraltar, the crowd willing them on to get the first goal. Final minute. Just loss of possession there. So
is that because they're being pushed out marking wise defensively into the sort of the sides of the court, into that channel? It's
absolutely, and just every New Zealand player is getting ball side, is stopping that kind of punch-through movement coming, and we're just seeing a lot of lateral ball from Gibraltar, so that'll be something that they'll take forward, I'm sure, to look at, discuss in the interval. So on the countdown then, final seconds, it looks like Gibraltar will take this pass, so Zammit powers through, much better first phase from Gibraltar, and just not able to get that ball through to a shooting opportunity. So there we go. A massive scoreline, 22 to New Zealand, not faulting Gibraltar's effort and intensity though, and I'm sure they'll come powering back in the second quarter. So 22 the lead, to no goals at the moment from Gibraltar, but we'll be back shortly for the next period of time. So do join us, we'll take a short break. Gibraltar steal the ball, get the intercept off the New Zealand centre pass.
So Gibraltar at the moment have no changes. Is that something you'd expect?
Yes, I think they made the changes with Zammit coming on. Just to give you the New Zealand changes though, Barmer moves from goalkeeper to goal defence, and we have Dona Kamakama coming on at wing attack, Guinea to goal shooter, and Manley to goalkeeper.
So a shout out for Charlotte Manley. She's at St. Kent School with her name Monroe Noana, and they were taught by good old Welshie Nicola Lewis Clifford. So a big shout out to them, and Nick as well.
Massive shout out, absolutely.
Obviously knows her stuff. Knew everything she did from Wales.
There you go. The Welsh input is around the world, Catherine.
Oh, we get everywhere. Much to everybody's irritation, I expect.
So, have Gibraltar looked at what they need to do differently? We're pretty sure they have, with Moreno and Ellis. Janice Moreno, the head coach from Gibraltar, an international player herself, and Denise Ellis from England, but supporting and has been supporting Gibraltar for many years. So massive inroads into Gibraltar netball, lots more going on, and the World Youth Cup here will just cement that, and I'm sure grow the sport even more, Catherine.
Yeah, absolutely. Gibraltar, I think they were saying netball is the second biggest team sport they've got in Gibraltar, which is amazing. And I think that the fact that it's grown in the region is testament to the work of lots of the women and young girls you see before you.
Yeah. Gibraltar just really need to keep working. And we see just different defensive strategies coming up from New Zealand. Often and at times New Zealand just, rather than marking the ball carrier, they're dropping to mark the front space. So Gibraltar really have got to try and see over that, but that then tempts the high ball with the height difference between ball carrier and the defender.
It was unlucky again for the attacks, and the turn of speed that brings that ball back down is quite something.
So 26 goals on the board as we move into 3 minutes gone in the second quarter. Super offer there from Guinea. I do like to see Zammit.
She does come out, doesn't she? Quite well for the centre pass.
Great speed.
Yeah.
and really trying to get the depth, and she's not getting the ball, but she's actually trying to move through to the pocket there.
Yeah.
She will get, and Gibraltar will get the penalty and get the reward. So it's just keeping the ball high. She's got quite a low ball position.
So when you mean low ball position, you mean it's coming from too low in the body? They need to lift it higher to throw it?
Yeah, it's got to go up there, hasn't it? Just to, and use of the fake would potentially help Gibraltar at this point, just to try and pull the arms or move the defender. But this is a great opportunity as we see the strength, and it will be Mena.
Now.
Surely Shakaluga. Yes!
It's really important, and you can hear the crowd is really behind them. And in fairness, New Zealand are applauding them.
There we go. That's what they need. That will just give them a bit of confidence to power on. So great goal, great work. And it's tough out there, Catherine. It's really tough for them. There's some amazing players in this squad from New Zealand.
Yeah, I mean, what was heartening was that the New Zealanders also congratulated them there, and it's really important, isn't it?
Absolutely. So Gibraltar go again, a little bit more fired up this time, and can't help but think that Zammit has clearly made a difference with that speed. There she goes again.
That,
She's powering forwards, a real determination.
Yeah. She's been a menace of an attack player, isn't she?
Yeah.
I'm a defender, isn't it?
Just that turn of speed, isn't it? It's made the difference, but it's made the defence commit forwards on the centre pass, so they can't just drop, float, mark the space and go hunting balls. So they've got to keep an eye on her, but it's the arms over from Seymour again.
So you need to lift it as much as you can, yeah?
Yeah. Step round, feint, fake the ball just to try and move the defender.
We've seen other teams, particularly like Malawi, doing lots of bounce passes, even long ones. Is that to get around the height difference, or is it just a style of play?
It's always tough to send a bounce pass on the court, so as the ball goes down, it's kind of time travel.
Right.
So New Zealand were ready to take a bounce as well. It's just feinting, looking at the different options.
Again, just restricted there, isn't it? Just makes it slightly unattractive to pass. And then when the ball's released, it doesn't get the right trajectory then, does it? Because when you're throwing it and you're thinking, oh gosh, you're going to get it.
Yeah, good shot, mid-range shot there from Southby. So she's entered the court well, came on in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And she replaced Guinea, so Guinea moved to shooter. So different combinations being tried and tested. So there we see, there we've got the box, if you're looking.
Yep.
See all the players just moving.
So they practice this then, Anita? How does it actually work? They move it in a box format?
Yeah, they keep the structure, they're moving with the ball. You can see them readjust, and the angle of the box changes, sets up for the fly from the goalkeeper.
So if coaches wanted to look at this, obviously you've got lots of information on that, isn't it, with some of the...
Yes, and just how you work through it. We've got a great vision of this court, so we're looking down, so we could really see
the box,
the box and the players that were just getting on the inside, protecting that middle channel, and then just moving as the ball swings as well.
So I'm a level 1 coach, about to do my Europe Netball level 2, so that was really a little masterclass for me then, thank you, of the use of that box defence.
It's great when you've got the vision
view down here,
from the top.
So we're sitting high up in Europe and looking down on the match.
Oh, stepped out there. Zammit not able to keep that ball in.
Yeah.
But a masterclass in zonal defence is always there with the New Zealand style, which is wonderful to see.
Is that a set style that they utilise then, Anita?
Yeah, I mean, they mix up their defence, but they're particularly well trained, and just a real masterclass in the box there.
Do they start at an early age?
I think so. Zonal marking, space marking. It's not all just about that one-on-one.
Yeah.
Guinea taking the ball well on the front position there. So we talk a lot about ball side positioning. Attackers want to be ball side, defenders want to be there too, and that's just a simple principle that can change the performance of a team.
So have they set up the box again now? sort of ish?
So it'll often break. They'll set it up when they get a turn of possession, or they've just got that communication to set. But definitely, you see it being put on and off, and you've got a communicator at the back there.
I was going to say, somebody calls it, or?
Yeah, there'll be leadership on the court that will switch and mix up the defensive strategy for sure.
Just unlucky there for Gibraltar. Very difficult to feed into the D. But again, we've watched New Zealand really come down court quickly all through the match so far.
And great entry through the top there by South B, the goal attack for New Zealand. So mixing up the entry point as well. So just clearly showing their court craft, the New Zealand side, and impressive performance there so far from South B. Just not holding back, occasionally cutting through the top of the circle. So different entry points, just really a good decoy, splitting the defence of Gibraltar. And again, there she goes, great shooting.
Yeah. So we've had a few changes come on. I think Gibraltar and New Zealand did it at the same time, and Anita will bring those to you shortly. Meanwhile, turnover ball again for New Zealand. They're just making that look incredibly easy in that feed down.
So change then for New Zealand as we see Seymour go to the bench, and we have Monroe Nonoa in at wing defence.
So contact called there, so a penalty, and again extremely accurate shooting. There's something we would have expected from the New Zealanders, isn't it? The accuracy.
They're going for gold, aren't they?
Yeah.
So their defence, they're all well-trained individuals, like we said, playing ANZ, training intensity, training environment. So you can just see the intent on every single player, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And just to bring you the change from Gibraltar, so we see Howard go off the court, and we see Della Piani in at goal shooter.
Nice shot. They're happy with that. Just moving that around. Both squads going to get everybody on, do you reckon?
You would expect so, wouldn't you, for both teams? One for opportunity, experience, learning, Gibraltar, and trying different combinations, and you would expect to run out from all 12 from New Zealand.
So it's a great turnover ball there from Gibraltar. They just need to keep us safe, isn't it?
Yeah. So
again, I can see the box.
well done, Catherine.
I'm getting it now, I'm getting it.
Just see how they shift, how they try and cover the channel and set up for the back defender to fly forwards.
Yep.
So when you try and lift the ball to get over the box, it's setting up for the back two defence. So come on, Gibraltar, good back centre pass. Just need to try and get the depth, and just single movement at the moment, so it's got to be that real speed. Samit just driving through the gap, punching forwards, needs to go again.
Absolutely.
So reverse hand again.
Yeah. Just went out.
So just not contacting, just coming around with that reverse hand, the offhand, different terminology for it. So Gibraltar just got to see what the defender is doing. Oh, superb, amazing take there. Great entry from the wing defence, and that is the work of Monroe Nonoa.
So very clearly asking where they want the ball, and the ball positioning is being extremely good. Very accurate, isn't it? The ball positioning. So some more changes for Gibraltar, Anita?
Yes, I think we'll just see different combinations and different strategies also from New Zealand as we move on in this second quarter. So just over 2 minutes to go. Scoreline 40 goals New Zealand, 1-2 Gibraltar. Zammit trying to break through, and some other changes just reaching us. So Gibraltar, Howard is at goal attack, Maynard leaves the court, Richardson Torres at wing attack, and Roberts Cantrell at centre.
It's a very tall mark there, which makes it very difficult. Fortunately, it was footwork because New Zealand players took each other out. So Gibraltar get the chance of the ball, just being repositioned by the umpire. Good movement from the shooter.
And Gibraltar just trying all they can just to get this ball to a shooting opportunity. So it's tough getting the ball from the mid-court into the attacking third.
Yeah. Just getting repositioned here. Umpire doing quite a lot of movement back and forth as the ball is swinging back on a reset for Gibraltar. They'll be keen to get another goal before the half, isn't it?
Yeah, so can't shoot, stepped out the circle. So foot was out the circle. So for anyone looking on, the reason that was pulled against Gibraltar, foot went out, so must be fully within, not step out. So couldn't shoot there, so that's something to look at. And just remind the goal shooter from Gibraltar.
Lovely backline movement then, isn't it? Just to get that last pass down. So we're looking probably at the last centre, do you think, of the quarter? 16, 15 seconds left.
Would think so. New Zealand just look like they'll get the penalty.
Yeah.
Probably not enough time for another centre pass.
No.
Final seconds, contact call, so chance to score.
And there we go.
Southby puts another one in, and that will mean that we head into the half-time interval. 42 goals to New Zealand, 1 to Gibraltar. So we'll be taking a short break. Do join us on commentary for another 30 minutes of the reigning champions, the gold medalists, New Zealand, from the previous 2017 competition, up against the host nation, Gibraltar. We'll be back shortly.
Welcome back then to the game. New Zealand, the gold medalists from the previous Netball World Youth Cup in 2017 Botswana, up against the home nation, the host nation, Gibraltar. And it's been a clinical performance so far from New Zealand, as we will go through and take you through some of the changes for the third quarter. Some real mixes, different combinations, great connections though from all the New Zealand players. So just to remind you, third quarter lineup for New Zealand: Taylor at goal shooter, Day at goal attack, Southby at wing attack, Downer Kamakama at centre, wing defence Kipper, goal defence Monroe Nonoa, and goalkeeper Barmer. As we move into quarter three for Gibraltar, we have changes at goal defence. Artel in at goal defence, Davidson in at goalkeeper, and Duck goes to the bench.
So both coaches getting their full squads on, making some combination changes, just playing it around a little bit, do you think?
Definitely, and we talked about the opportunity for Gibraltar, and I guess just trying different combinations just to see who can maybe work through this intense pressure from New Zealand.
Yeah. So just to be clear, this is I think this is the last match in this particular pool. And Gibraltar, as the hosts, were able to participate in the event, and it's been a great event from their point of view. They've played in a variety of different styles of netball and had exposure to some great experiences, which will help lift the game as these youngsters transition into the open squad. Gibraltar slowly bringing this up the court, taking their time. But New Zealand defending extremely well.
So Gibraltar get an opportunity to go, but there we see superb offline defence.
It's clean work as well, isn't it, by New Zealand?
Kipper again taking an intercept and rewarded at the other end there with the work of Taylor. Southby looks in, great turn to goal. And just an easy offload to the back space, finding Taylor there.
Slowly moving that around, aren't they?
And it's the connections, isn't it?
Yeah.
We notice more in the New Zealand team that they're putting the pressure on, and then when they're on attack, it's a seamless speed of play through court. You can just see their intensity and ball speed slightly, well, a lot higher.
Yeah.
We'd expect that anyway, given their environments that they train in.
So look, the difficulties that Gibraltar have got to get it into their shooting circle, you know, what would you recommend, Anita, they try and do there? You know, it seems to be like double the amount of New Zealand players actually on the court. That's what it feels like for Gibraltar.
Yes, and that's the mixing strategy. So they'll often zonal mark, or they'll drop to the front mover, and Gibraltar are reliant on the front mover at the moment in front of the ball carrier. So if you get the zonal mark in, or you get the 2-on-1 situation where they leave the ball carrier, then it just looks like there's an extra player on the court, and just the physical presence of New Zealand, we can see it from above, Catherine, that it's just putting a lot of pressure on the ball carrier to try and deliver and get that ball speed going.
Absolutely. So they get the chance now to get a go.
Yes.
And you can see how chuffed the crowd is.
So Gibraltar get another goal early in quarter three.
So ball's taken into the goal third. Will be a penalty for Gibraltar. Crowd are extremely happy with that.
So great movement through to circle edge, just forced to reset there.
Yeah.
Roberts Cantrell.
Just got to keep a cool head, isn't it? Look for that reset where possible.
And again, just trying to work through, and anything lofted will be taken out of the air by New Zealand.
So Gibraltar get another chance. They're having quite a few opportunities to bring it down, but it's really difficult in the attack third, isn't it, for them?
Yeah, so the easiest when you're actually being tracked so tight with the defence is to go lateral. So you've got to really try and get some depth, punch through, work your way through, work through the defensive line. So good swing there.
So we're just having a bit of feedback, and some of you may be able to hear. But
So
the match is still ongoing, and Gibraltar get another chance, don't they, Anita?
Yep. So coming through court then. Need the multiple options, Gibraltar. Got to be doing the work now, Catherine, in the mid-court. So can't afford to stand and just wait for the ball carrier to look down court. It's really got to be about taking the defender away, pulling some depth, in forwards, but definitely doing the work early. See there, we've got lots of lateral movement, and your two front defence setting up the back to come for the intercept.
So is it that you will need to try and come in front of the mark? Is that the best thing? I mean, it must be very tiring to do it again and again, though, isn't it? If you're in attack and you can't get out.
Massive amount of pressure in the mid-court being put on from New Zealand.
So New Zealand taking their time and resetting where appropriate, but it's beautiful feed in. And a lovely shot.
And we talked about it in the first half, the fact if there's only one mover, then it's easy for the defence to put pressure on that mover to maybe flood the space that they're going to. So there's got to be a kind of decoy going on. One player leads defence splits them, and then another mover comes through.
So what stops a team being defended like that doing what you've just suggested? Is it just the sheer volume of defensive work on them? Is it beginning to get tired? It's a lot of energy they need to expend, isn't it?
And there's great vision, so these teams on court, New Zealand, are really well trained and clinical in terms of the zonal marking. So their vision, got really broad, wide vision, and you can see them. They're almost looking at the ball, but they're seeing what's coming from behind. They can see what's coming across the width of the court as well.
Yep.
Southby just hits the deck there, but she's okay.
I think she thought it might have been a possession ball if she'd picked it up, but sometimes in those situations you just need to do it, and just take your chances with the umpire.
Indeed.
They're only human.
And Ella Southby, she's the daughter of Janine Southby. Big shout out at the New Zealand Silver Ferns coach 2015-2018. So there we see family members.
Yep.
Julie Seymour, the head coach from New Zealand, daughter Josie Seymour in this squad. So coach and daughter in action.
That'll bring its own challenges, won't it? But lovely movement there, and New Zealand getting the opportunity to play it around a little bit.
Amelia Wormsley, the captain. We've talked about her, she's a Silver Fern already, with a cricket dad, the Black Caps. So we've got some real sporting backgrounds in these players.
Similarly with the Marino family for Gibraltar, they've got them coaches, the players, and they've got the next generation coming through as well.
And super take there, so Gibraltar go again.
Oh, yes, no goal! Oh, it's a no-goal. Oh, get in. Come on, Gibraltar, you can do it, so let's get another one then. Come on, you can do this.
So, held ball there, so taking more than the allocated, and the rule, the 3 seconds, as we see that ball just pop in with a pass under the post to Taylor for New Zealand. So Southby goes again. Down a Kama working strong through the mid-court for New Zealand. Real strong ball on. Oh, just
only distraction, but enough, wasn't it? Well spotted umpire. We could see it up here.
Tiptoes offside.
Pass feet.
Great effort though, always good to see your attacking line, your goal attack, wing attack, get in front of the ball at the centre pass, your opponent's centre pass. So that's 5 real strong players there in the mid-court area.
So again, New Zealand bringing this up very quickly, aren't they?
Day finds Southby, top of the circle, pops that ball over. Taylor using the out and in.
Just going to pop this one in. Yeah. Changes up then for New Zealand a little bit, just to play it around. Oh, lovely goal there. As you can see, Gibraltar now need to work hard to try and keep their centre. And just to take that down into there.
So Fifita enters the court back at wing defence for New Zealand. And Griffin is at centre for Gibraltar. And Roberts Cantrell onto the bench. 60 the scoreline now for New Zealand, 2 to the home nation Gibraltar. Southby waits for the movement to post from Taylor. So Gibraltar trying to work through that wall of defence.
Yep.
And just that ball's got to go to the body.
Yeah,
so
just too far in front of her, wasn't it?
yeah,
And defence were just going to get it.
good pop from Day to ball side.
Nice rebound work.
And Taylor picks up the scraps, another goal on the board, 62-2 in favour of New Zealand. Oh, good attempt there from the goalkeeper, Davidson from Gibraltar.
So how do you keep it motivated then, you know, for Gibraltar particularly in this quarter?
It's all those targets, isn't it, that sit underneath. So they'll be aiming for a set score, number of goals, I guess resetting of targets given what's happened in the first half maybe. But certainly some of the processes will be being worked on. Ball to circle edge being one. Getting some depth, I'm sure, is something that they'll be working on. Not relying on a lateral ball and throwing the ball over 2 heads of the New Zealand defence as well.
Yep. And you can see there the whole crowd just bumping. Another goal was granted for Gibraltar, so great work, but New Zealand immediately respond. So Gibraltar with their tails up a little bit, just looking to see is punching through. That's what they need. The foot was out, the back foot is out. Oh, unlucky. So, New Zealand just slowly bringing that ball up. Should we shoot from here, do you think? I would undoubtedly would have thought, give it a try. And just the height advantage there allow for the rebound to go New Zealand's way. So, a rare mistake there on that centre pass, which gives Gibraltar a free pass on court. Umpire just reaffirming that what she wants. Again, very lateral movement because of the defensive work. That was a great take, but off balance, unfortunately.
And again, it's just that intense pressure in the mid-court, isn't it?
Yeah.
Puts an awful lot of pressure onto the ball carrier, and then the movers, as we've talked about, just that early preparation essential to try and just break that wall of defence from New Zealand.
Absolutely. But Gibraltar are doing well, aren't they? You know, they're playing one of the best teams, if not the best team in the world. It's a great position in there from Zamet, and she gets another chance.
So Zammit, better ball into the body, great offload. So here we go.
That's what we want. Another goal for Gibraltar. Crowd are ecstatic.
Oh, super take there. Great transition through there from Day into the circle.
Just being told by the umpire where to set after the reset of that penalty. Contact called, so Gibraltar get the penalty.
So Zammit, the little pocket rocket from Gibraltar. And again, just it's the lifted ball, isn't it? It's trying to get that ball over with the height difference as well, and that real presence of the defensive line of New Zealand. Taylor goes again. Another one on the board for New Zealand. Final 30 seconds approaching in this, the third quarter. So lots of exposure, experience being had from the host nation. New Zealand, as we expected, clinical in terms of their performance.
Absolutely. So Gibraltar now will be looking to try and get a goal before this quarter finishes.
That's better.
That's better work. No foot was in then.
Great work through the mid-channel. Oh, no goal. So some call, I think, stepped out again and then went to shoot. So 1 foot went out of the circle.
Yeah. It's the back foot is going out, isn't it? She's pulling it back, not the landing foot.
Yeah.
So the coach is just going to explain that, because Denise Ellis just explaining that to her further.
Yeah, just needs to know that it is that step out. So there we go. End of the third quarter, 69 goals to New Zealand, 4 from Gibraltar. We'll be back shortly with the final 15 minutes, so do join us. We'll be back in a few minutes.
We want to keep hearing how loud you guys can be. So
Welcome back then to the final quarter of this. The game between New Zealand and Gibraltar. Scoreline at the interval 69 goals to 4. Just to bring you the changes for New Zealand then. We see Monroe Nonoa at centre, Seymour wing defence, Manley goes goal defence, and Fifita at goalkeeper. For Gibraltar then, Griffin and Howard go to the bench. Roberts Cantrell moves in at centre, and Shakaluga comes in at goal attack.
So, New Zealand maybe looking to get to the 100, do you think, or not? Think they will? Up to the 100? Bit of a tall order, isn't it?
They've got a target to certainly go for goals. They're not letting up anyway, and the different combinations just seem to be slotting in. And it's great when you see the processes working from the teams. They're focused on what they're about to achieve. So it's not just the score line, it's equally the connections, isn't it? And how they're actually working with the different personnel changes that are made through the court and substitutions. So can't get caught behind. Gibraltar, they've really got to work to be ball side and do that prep. Even on attack, Catherine, doing the prep to just hold off your opponent, almost defend the space you want the ball in.
Yeah, and they've been very good and clinical doing that, haven't they? Look at it now, the work's been done on it.
So just one over the line there for New Zealand. And a great centre pass set up by them.
So just a contact call there, is out of hands. So umpires saw that. So Gibraltar again get the penalty. But again, it's incredibly difficult to get into that attack third.
So just pointing there, clever play from Day, just getting Taylor back in the circle. And just too much on that.
Mistake, isn't it? You don't see many of them that's happening in that feed in.
Just a really low release point there from Donna Koma. So Gibraltar get to go again, their opportunity, and you just look, Catherine, there's got to be more movement. So got to be real strength of movement and real intensity to break through there. Shakaluga just caught out on the replay.
When you see a New Zealand defender looming towards you, it does make it, it has an impact, doesn't it?
So it's just important that Gibraltar just really sight the mover, and there are multiple options available. So sure, that's something that they'll be trying to do in this final quarter.
So that was a contact call there. Penalty for New Zealand, so they're just pushing ahead further, and like you said, maybe they will be aiming for the 100. I mean, we've seen South Africa do it a few times. Just, you don't need to, do it? But they're not letting up, are they?
No, real solid strength in defence and a real mix of what they're doing. Oh, great hell. Oh, super ball to Shakaluga there. Right place, right time. There we go.
That's a lovely goal. Obviously, crowd are loving it.
So New Zealand look to respond, long ball. So into Taylor, second phase. So Gibraltar just need to keep putting on that pressure now on attack. So give and go. Just trying to create those options. Zamet goes again. Just a little bit of a timing issue for Gibraltar, and that's just the pressure that they're under, but really working hard to bring that ball through court. Shakaluga. So an offside call, and that will go in favour of Gibraltar.
It's hard, isn't it? It's so difficult to get down there.
There we see, there's the structure again, Catherine, and Seymour comes in, so just covering space, and it's just something for Gibraltar to look at. They'll look at the analysis, they'll see what the setup is, and they'll just look to see how they can break that when they come up against it again. And I'm sure they've worked on it already. But break in there. So Gibraltar get an opportunity there. Unforced error from New Zealand. Zammit powers up the mid-court. Finds Roberts Cantrell, goes again, great work, good depth from Zammit.
Throw in Gibraltar.
Shakaluga.
Oh.
Look at that, fast transition, so just not expected at that speed, so Gibraltar just caught on the run there as Taylor goes for goal.
A great goal for New Zealand.
So too much on that for Shakaluga, gives New Zealand a chance to score off the Gibraltar pass.
A clean feed in there, isn't it?
A well-worked connection there through to Taylor. So Day and Taylor caught on the same side, but ball still gets in.
See the coaches just explaining, like you said, not to be caught like that. So they've been held very well, aren't they?
So you just see how the defensive pressure just closes in the players from Gibraltar. So width, depth is important.
So umpire just asked him to be set appropriately, and then off we can go. 3 seconds call. It's very difficult. They were all behind, weren't they?
Yeah, and a good fake of the ball there to try and draw the New Zealand defence, but they just pitch and prop themselves in the front space there. Oh, misunderstanding at the centre pass, so opportunity for Gibraltar.
So umpire wants that reset, so that's a rare mistake, wasn't it, for Gibraltar? New Zealand rather. Fortuitous for Gibraltar.
Opportunity, Shakaluga caught on the goal line, trying just to commit the defence again. Zammit mops up. Shakaluga in on the action, she goes again!
Happy with that, look at her face, absolutely brilliant.
Great shooting. We've seen Shakaluga at the Europe netball competitions, Catherine, in age group competitions, and she's really is an accurate shooter, isn't she? She'll do all she can under this intense pressure from New Zealand.
Yeah, but she was extremely pleased with that, and there is intense pressure. You have to accept Gibraltar are playing, as I said already, one of the best under-21 teams in the world.
So the umpire, just a few words there to the Gibraltar defence.
So that'll be under game management.
Theo Moletsani from South Africa, just reminding and reinforcing to the defence of Gibraltar just to reduce the penalty count and contact and to address it.
So in tournament netball, need to just to reaffirm, if an individual for whatever reason got sent off, that doesn't stop them playing the next match, does it?
No, so I guess you're in tournament regulations, but it is just critical for a player just to not be sent off, try and stay in the game, and you want them to be contesting ball but not actually being the warnings that that's something that every coach will be trying to avoid. We've witnessed quite high penalty counts at times, and that's then really forced the coaches to maybe switch their defensive line or their attacking line if their attackers are defending strong, particularly in the mid-court. Here we go again, Gibraltar. Yes!
Dennis, marvellous. Absolutely marvellous shooting there, that's important stuff. So we're down to the last 5.5 minutes of this match. And Gibraltar, I think, getting more goals now than they've had all the way through, which is great stuff. And it's not because New Zealand's not letting up on them. Gibraltar beginning to move the ball a little bit, don't you find?
Yeah, great take, Zammit there, coming through on first phase. So just shortening up. Again, it's just timing, and tough for Shakaluga to get that ball in the back space.
Yeah.
Just ran out of ground on court. So going again. New Zealand powering forwards.
Nice feed. It's not something you always want to see, is it? Really feeding from the centre court, but it does happen to pay off.
So looking
It's
long.
done it again then.
Turning quickly,
Yeah.
sighting Taylor there. So great work from the New Zealand middies. So there we see real pressure.
Yeah. New Zealand have maintained the intensity all the way through the match, haven't they?
Absolutely. And just putting that pressure on, that
Yeah.
zonal marking, the box formation, getting themselves positioned and flooding the space when Gibraltar have got the ball. So chance though, Gibraltar, error from New Zealand.
Like I said, it's coming in front and punching through, that's what's needed, isn't it?
So just opening up the court there, Gibraltar. So there's the lead.
Yep.
It's just the next mover, the second mover, critical for Gibraltar.
But New Zealand got the ball back, and it's another goal.
So great move to goal from Guinea. So change again.
Just having a little wipe to the floor.
So for New Zealand, Guinea's at goal attack, and the change that we've just witnessed, Davidson goes off the court for Gibraltar, and Duck comes in at goalkeeper.
So penalty called there for contact.
So Gibraltar defence just checking what that call was for.
Yep.
Getting some information from the umpire. So creeping into the final 3 minutes of this game as we see New Zealand just looking long to send that ball through to Taylor.
Gibraltar again needing to punch through that defensive mark, but again New Zealand are able to take that ball forward. They'll be looking to get that in as quickly as they can. And now we're looking for a New Zealand centre. I think in the movement from New Zealand, they are looking to try and get to that 100 potentially. Gibraltar working hard.
We're talking about the score, Catherine. So 92 goals on the board for New Zealand, and the highest score was in 1996 by New Zealand, where they scored a massive 156 goals.
Wow. Gosh, do we know who that was against?
So that was against India in 1996. So there we go. What a score that was. Their lowest score on the flip of that was 30 goals against Australia in 1988.
Wow, so it's quite a disparity there. But Gibraltar have done really well and get another goal as the reward.
So, crowd ecstatic, just willing on Gibraltar to just keep getting through. I'm sure they're aiming for double figures there as Taylor just picks up.
Yep.
Well,
they're going to need to move it around. I don't think they're going to hit their target if indeed it is a target for them. They're going to have to go some.
So Gibraltar continue to work hard to break through.
And they get the throw in. The time is of the essence. As we're coming down now, what will be shortly the last minute of this match.
So it's been a real solid performance from New Zealand, hasn't it? Can't fault the work of Gibraltar.
No.
And the entry onto the court of Zammit. Zammit really has worked hard to just try and split the defence of New Zealand, particularly at the centre pass. So credit to her, she made inroads in that first phase centre pass. She's looking now, she needs support on the transverse.
Yep.
And there we see a little bit more width on the court, but just the strong arms over from Seymour
Absolutely.
affect the distribution.
Just playing it around. Gonna get another goal, do you think?
So
Let's go for
probably
Gibraltar, fingers crossed. The crowd of us are right behind them, isn't it, Anita?
absolutely. So looking forward, Gibraltar final seconds. Zammit again.
Let's see if they can get this down into goal. It's been ridiculously hard for them to do it, but they've battled really well.
And there we see long ball, Taylor steps in, and that'll be potentially opportunity for one more. And umpire pulls that one back. Time is stopped. It's got to
We'll try it
be
again,
quick
maybe.
second shot.
That won't
No
count.
goal.
No.
So we finish this game. 55 goals New Zealand, 8 to the host nation Gibraltar. And a great finish in this final quarter from Gibraltar. Putting a few more goals on the board, they'll really be pleased with that. Their highest scoring quarter was the last one, Catherine.
Oh, fair play to them. They really battled back, and I think that they can take a lot of good positives from this match. But score is one thing, but also the fact that they've really grown in their attack play and busting through that defence.
Indeed, and as we see both teams on court down below, and formalities at the end of the match. Amelia Walmsley there, you can just see talking to the opponents, wishing them well. Always great to see.
Yeah.
Excellent sportspersonship, as we might say, at the end of a game.
Yeah.
And we'll be going courtside shortly for the all-important interviews with the winning team and a player from the New Zealand side, as we see the coaches come onto court.
It's lovely to see both teams, isn't it? Everybody saying thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We see all the New Zealand supporters as well, thanking the crowd. And I think we might just see some display from New Zealand. We should see this. This is
amazing.
Here we go. Here we go.
Need to stop the music. Stop the music.
That was a great fitting end to what has been a super match here at Europa Sports Complex in Gibraltar, and the host nation getting an awful lot of applause from their supporters. Fantastic display. Over to courtside.
Absolutely brilliant.
We feel super privileged to be able to play against the host nation. It's such a beautiful country. This side is a really skillful team, super fast. It's unreal to play against. So yeah, just feel super privileged to be able to play against this side. Yeah, absolutely. Gibraltar are really agile and really fast. So thanks for that.
What are your thoughts about Gibraltar? Are you having fun here? How are your team doing in this climate and enjoying the sights?
Yeah, it's pretty cold and rainy back home, so it's beautiful to be here in the lovely sun. The heat is awesome, maybe not to train in, but that's all right. And yeah, Gibraltar is just beautiful. We've loved having some time to spend and explore, going up the rocks, seeing the monkeys, in town as well, so it's awesome.
Thank you for that feedback. And now a question for our little ones in the crowd. So there's a lot of followers there, and you're an amazing role model. So any advice for them in the crowd?
My advice to all of you little girls and boys is just to absolutely take any opportunity that you get in netball or just in life. I think it's definitely really important to take any opportunity you get because you never know when it's going to come again. And most importantly, no matter what, win or lose, have fun and just keep smiling.
Brilliant advice. Thank you, Amelia. That's amazing. Thank you. Tom? All yours.
Give that last big cheer for both teams as they made their way out. Gibraltar, I hope you know how proud of you we are.
show the world with all the courage of a conqueror. So take a deep breath and dare to believe it. I know you don't see